Hello and welcome to another episode of Brothers in Orange and Blue. I'm your host and brother Zachary Snouse, and with me are my two talking heads Terry Rattle and Duke Boynton.
Good
What's up,
evening.
Bronco fam?
Yeah,
Good,
what is up?
good to be back in the saddle.
Does anybody want to come up and help shovel?
Sure. I'll bring my snowblower up.
There we go.
I'll bring my snowblower and my 5 daughters. We'll get that driveway cleaned in about 5 minutes for you.
Or not even. It'd take about 2 minutes for them.
Yeah, but you have to have a whip.
Yes. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please. We love you.
Awesome.
Okay. It's not a lot happening this week. Yeah. What realistic probability would Denver have to take the corner? Well, they're talking, they want like 4 first rounders and their 2 best defenders.
Right.
So well, that's what's funny because Kareem Jackson's been campaigning for him. So what if he gets traded for DeShaun Watson?
No,
Because
no
he's
kidding.
probably right now their second best defender, or it's going to be Ron and Shelby Harris or somebody.
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean, you get a person like DeShaun and you give up all that draft capital, you give up a whole bunch of free agents or even just players for that matter. Man, what's the very definition of selling the farm? Okay, so we're going to have a great DeShaun Watson, but are we now the new Houston Texans?
the LA Rams haven't had a first round pick since 2016, and they're not getting another one until 2023.
Yeah, it hasn't really worked out that well for them.
They made a Super Bowl since. Is that mostly, Sean McVay probably mostly on the offense?
That, and he's living and dying by the free agency, but I don't know. That's a tightrope that I wouldn't want to walk. But hey, it is what it is. If you look, you get a guy like DeShaun, yeah, we do get better. But in my humble old opinion, I still think Drew Lock is going to prove a lot of people wrong. Do we want to give up on this young chap right now? And that by getting DeShaun, you give up on him right now. Matter of fact, he's probably gone from Denver. He's out skis.
So what's he gonna think of Jackson when they go back to back to wherever camp, whatever virtual stuff they do?
Right. I think it'll all come down to mutual respect. I mean, if you're the player that everybody says DeShaun Watson is, I think Drew Lock even could respect that facet. I'm not about to put DeShaun Watson in the same categories like a Peyton Manning or a John Elway. No, I won't do that. Not yet, at least. I mean, he could be, but I'm not putting him there. And so, but if you're Drew Lock and you have the opportunity to learn under like a DeShaun Watson, maybe that could be a good thing. But do I see it happening? I don't see DeShaun coming here, to be honest with you. Man, there's too many things that would have to go on for that to actually take place.
Yeah, and I mean, well, we'll see how much Peyton values draft capital.
Right, exactly.
Obviously, he values it a little bit more than the Rams do because,
right.
He definitely offered him a first rounder for Stafford.
It's my understanding that Detroit wanted, in order for even Detroit to listen to Denver, it was my understanding that they wanted, when I say Detroit, they wanted Drew Lock as well. And Peyton came in and said, nope, we're not giving you Lock, which was kind of a deal killer. That says a lot about Peyton and how he thinks of Lock right now.
Definitely. What's up, Zach?
I honestly think we just need to stick with Locke because he's young and will have the same offensive playbook.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. See with a bit of continuity, see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like beating the dead horse. So I mean, I think we all three agree that Locke should be sticking around.
Yeah.
We give him that opportunity. You know, you're always going to have some quarterback out there that is always going to be put in the same sentence as Peyton Manning. So if Locke doesn't work out, then maybe Denver sells a farm of 4 or 5 first rounders and, you know, some players for that individual. But at this point in time, just stick with Locke. I want to see what we have. Am I going to be disappointed if we get DeShaun Watson? No, I won't be disappointed. You know, it's again, though, he's going to have a lot to prove because how much is Denver going to have to give up for getting Watson there?
Yeah, that's just it.
You know, is it going to cost us our defense? Like you said, Kareem Jackson may not even be here next year.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
I heard Andrew Luck might be coming back.
April Fools. Don't get my heart racing like that.
Why would we go after Watson? Is he really much of an upgrade over Locke? And yes, Locke did beat him. Well, the team beat him.
Right.
Obviously, but Locke out-dueled him, I guess you could say.
Right.
I think if just by the fact that you brought up that Peyton didn't want to give up Locke to the Lions, he probably doesn't want to give him up to Houston either.
Right. I don't know. I don't have enough sample size with Locke right now to say if he's worse or better than Watson. I mean, that one game that we played against Houston's the prime example. Definitely Locke outplayed Watson in that game. But our defense was a lot better than Houston's defense in that game. So there has to be,
true.
You know, what sample size do we have of other head-ons, you know, between Locke and Watson to give a good educated guess? Is Locke better? At this point in time, no. Locke is not better than DeShaun. There's no way he is.
No.
But in the same token, though, Watson has had a shit team playing for Houston. Why do you think he wants out? You know?
Yeah, well, he went 4-12. He threw for almost 5,000 yards and went 4-12.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some pretty dang good stats right there.
Like I'm pretty sure, you know, my crystal ball's still in the shop, but if Drew Lock threw for 4,900 yards, we'd be at least 10 wins.
Yep. And the one question a lot of people are ignoring is, will Pat Shurmur's scheme fit Watson? Okay, Watson uses his legs. He's a running quarterback. He's like Lamar Jackson. Pat Shurmur,
not quite.
Well,
got a way better arm.
There's some similarities between the two, though, when it comes to running. And Shurmur does not like his quarterbacks running unless they absolutely have to. You know, and I've seen way too many times with Watson just having 3-4 people wide open, and he just decided to go. Well, I'm just going to run.
Yeah.
And so we can't put all that on a crappy Houston offense. It's also, does Watson not know how to read a field? You know, if you have those receivers open 20, 30 yards down the field, why are you going to risk life and limb to run it?
Yeah. I don't get that one really. Like, I don't know. Drew's kind of like that too.
He's more of a danger zone guy, though. He's only going to run if he knows for a fact he's going to throw an interception at this point in time.
Yeah.
And so, and I get it. And he's not the fastest runner. He reminds me a lot of John Elway when Locke runs.
Yeah, it doesn't look awkward, but
Okay, Elway kind of did look awkward.
yeah.
Him and his pigeon toe.
Yeah, didn't you see somebody tweeted or put it on IG or something, dude? That a friend of a friend of a friend of Andrew Luck's wife heard that he was meeting with Jim Irsay.
Interesting.
It's only like 9 steps removed from the source, but
yeah, that's like Spaceballs. I'm your brother's, father's, sister's, cousin's, niece's, nephew, great roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. Look, if there's some validity behind, Andrew Luck coming back, even if it's for the Colts, that's one more quarterback in the AFC that can compete with Patrick Mahomes and beat him.
yeah.
I personally, I would love to see Luck come to Denver. That would have been the ultimate. I would have loved to seen that. He seems content on being retired.
Well, yeah, you haven't heard a peep out of the guy in 2 years.
No. And if you're hearing something from his brother's, cousin's, sister's, best friend's roommate about him coming back,
a mutual friend of a friend,
right? I unless we hear it from him or even his pops, Oliver, chances are he won't be coming back. Hell, he made his millions. Why does he need to come back?
No, yeah, Irsay let him keep like $25 million.
Yeah. Like
okay,
a crap
I'm
load.
Good.
Yeah, thank
good.
you. I just won the smallest Powerball lottery ever. Yeah. Why do I want to have any more concussions?
What's up, Zach?
I just think that Luck will have a huge step forward to having a better start this next year.
He better.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of we think. We're hoping and praying. Because if he goes in the first 3 games next year and he's sucking it up and he's being horrible, his ass is getting benched. Guaranteed. I can see this happening. So his leash is shorter now, not longer. And so he better do good. And I hope for Zach's sake he does do good, because Zach's been on this Lock train going to bat for man, he just wants Lock to do the best he can, and I get it. But if he doesn't, Zach, you're going to look kind of silly, buddy. Hey, at least you stuck to your guns, man, and that's noble.
Hey, like I said, I'm still on the train. It's just kind of slowed down a little bit to where I can jump off it and not get hurt.
That's why I've only had one foot on, not both. I don't know. I mean, last year was promising. Not last year, but the year before. I thought at the end, Drew actually caught a lot of fire, and he was doing really, really well. And was exciting. Brought Bronco football back to being exciting again under the center position. And C-19 hits, injuries hit, virtual. I mean, we've gone through this whole mess, so it takes a lot for me to just totally give up on him. I want to see normal stuff before I absolutely give up on him. Zach, go ahead, buddy.
Yep.
I'll eat crow if he doesn't do good.
And you better eat it with the feathers.
Yeah, feathers, everything. Beak.
Yep.
Beak, claws.
We'll call you Zachy Osborne. Instead of eating bats, you're eating crow.
Yeah.
But, Zach, again, I think it's noble that you're sticking with him. A lot of people have jumped off his train, and they're doing this dreamland scenario with DeShaun Watson. They're in a daze thinking about this dude coming here. And I kind of feel sorry for these folks that are doing that, because I just don't see it happening.
It's like, and plus is your first move as a GM going to be trading away your next 4 first-round picks and your 2 best defensive players, whatever, right? Or
Right.
the quarterback, like, yeah, he inherited Drew Lock,
Right.
but yeah, Fangio would have been the coach at the draft, right?
Right.
When they
And will
drafted
be.
Lock, so
Right. But let me ask you guys a question. Is DeShaun worth all of that?
I don't think so.
You give up that much shit, he better bring us at least 3 or 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, like he has to be like 2-0 against, like, 6-0 in the division every year. At least a division title every second year.
At least one 19-0 year.
Mm-hmm.
19-0 until proven otherwise. That's for
right.
you, KP.
But
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see him being that good.
I just want to keep on this train because he has been better than what we have had these past 5 years.
That's for certain.
Yeah.
No, I think Joe.
Well,
I think Joe
Chad
Flacco
Kelly.
was better.
Chad Kelly.
You're going Chad. I'm going Joe.
You're just trying to be a prick.
I am being a prick. Because Joe Flacco, he almost won us a Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, he's elite.
Yeah,
an elite quarterback.
God. Maybe we ought to do a pod on who would we have other than Joe Flacco. Yeah. Those would have been the glory pods, because that would have been so funny to be able to knock on him left and right. And I guarantee I probably would have been able to make 20 or 30 memes about Flacco.
Oh yeah.
Missed opportunities.
Oh well, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. But Zach, let me ask you a question, dude. What if DeShaun Watson comes to Denver and Drew Lock gets booted? Are you still going to follow Lock, or are you just going to jump on the DeShaun Watson train? No. So you'll still follow Drew? I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. I mean, a lot of Tom Brady fans in New England, they're hardcore rooting now for Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, which, believe it or not, I am too. I hate Kansas City enough to go and root for Tom Brady right now.
Was it they're saying? I guess some of the biggest sales for Brady's jersey, his Super Bowl jersey, are in New England. That came out. Oh God, who was that? I want to say that was an ESPN article, Terry, because I just read it. Something like that. Yeah, it was just recently, since they released sales figures for the Super Bowl jerseys.
Right.
Because, how many guys in New England already have 9 Tom Brady Super Bowl jerseys?
Yep.
Right. You keep that collection going.
That's right. You have to go 10 now.
Yep.
So out of all the Super Bowls played, what is the percentage of Super Bowls that Tom Brady has played in? A little bit of trivia for you guys.
Well, 55, 20%.
No,
20%.
You're close. It's actually 18%.
Yeah.
I had to bring it up because on the news the other day they had that question. And I said about the same thing. I was like, about 20, 21%. No, it's 18% of the Super Bowls Tom Brady has played in. Love him or hate him, that's a hell of a feat.
Yeah, they ask a bunch of crazy questions, I think, like Good Morning Football or something, they put a bunch of great players from different sports, even how many championships have they played in combined, and has Tom Brady played in more? Right. And it's 70% of the time it's yes.
Right. Yeah, and I don't want to make this a freaking Tom Brady pod because he's as narcissistic as they come. But I am going to jump on the Tom Brady train for the Super Bowl, and I want to see him knock the living hell out of KC all day long. And Gronk. No, I like Gronk. I've always liked him, but
yeah, he's just a goofball.
he is. He's
He
a
didn't
goof.
care. He didn't care.
He's a good. I guess Bill Belichick really did not like Gronkowski because Gronkowski had such an outgoing, great personality and class with Belichick. Like Gronkowski would go and make like a really dry joke about Belichick, and everybody be laughing, and Belichick be like, "I don't see the humor in that."
He doesn't see the humor in a lot of things. Doesn't seem like, but.
What a sad little pathetic life he has if he can't see the humor in little bitty things.
It's upset.
Go ahead, Zach.
I'm not on the Watson train because he just hasn't impressed me enough since he has been in the league.
Yep. Now, 70% of the other people out there, Zach, will absolutely disagree with you. They think he's the best thing since sliced bread. And by the way, since when was sliced bread the greatest thing we could ever achieve? Really? Sliced bread? That's all we have to offer? Anyways.
I kind of like slicing my own. Make it as thick as you want.
Yeah, for what I've seen of Watson play, I'm not 100% impressed with it. I don't dislike him. I don't think he's horrible. You know, he's not Jamarcus Russell.
He does have a few years under his belt at least.
Right. And what will happen is any team that picks him up, everybody's going to say automatically they're in contention for the Super Bowl. They're not even playoffs, the Super Bowl. But I guarantee you, if this guy sucks it up, the first one to be eaten crow, it's going to have to be the commentators and the news media building this guy up.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be. Because I'm not there with him. But
I mean, how many games did they even win in like a weak division, especially since Luck retired?
Yep.
Yeah, they won the South the last couple of years, but
right.
I mean, since everybody took off from Jacksonville and Luck retired, like, oh yeah, they won the division, but even then they only got, I think, 10 wins?
Yeah.
And won the division or something like that, or won it at 9-7.
I hate to play devil's advocate though. Old coach Bobby B really screwed that team over. He's almost like a McDaniels implant in Denver. He probably did that on purpose. Bill Belichick probably sent him to Houston to do what he did.
Yeah. As soon as they make you general manager and coach,
right? There's only a few people that could pull it off. Mike Shanahan was one. Because it takes you're spending 24 hours in the facility, not only doing plays and going over who you're playing against next and your first 15 scripted plays, but now you're also doing player personnel decisions. And that dude, he couldn't handle it, I don't know. As they say in Canada, eh?
Yeah, couldn't handle it,
eh? Bubbles would have done a better job in Houston than O'Brien. Anybody that knows, I'm a big Trailer Park Boys fan.
His shed would be right by the little blue tent that the injured guys go into.
Yeah, he'd have to move the kitties.
Fucking cats running around all over the place.
Damn it, Ricky! Why'd you do that? Fixing his shopping carts.
And that's all you get. DeShaun Watson interested in playing with the Broncos.
Yeah, there's not a lot of talk on it, though.
Yeah, no. Well, the one, Brian Greasy, presses Broncos to surrender Von Miller, Drew Lock, and deal for DeShaun Watson. Yeah. Okay, you're an analyst in a booth.
Zach's like, no,
You're
knock it off. Cut it out, guys. Don't even talk about it.
You're an okay quarterback.
Oh, he's probably more than okay. There's no doubt about it.
Well, no, I'm talking
But
about
I
Brian
just-
Greasy.
Oh, great. You know, given the situation he was put in, he did the best he could. That poor guy tried to step into John Elway's shoes. He was effed from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I can't knock him. And even to this day, he's still a huge Bronco fan. So,
Yeah, he did all right. He did all right for, like you said, what he was kind of thrown into.
yeah. I mean, wasn't he like one of the only quarterbacks that he was guaranteed to throw 2 touchdowns per game there for a while?
I can't remember.
Not only that, but he maybe that was Jay Cutler. Oh, I can't remember. I remember when the St. Louis Rams were the greatest show on turf, and Grease took it to him for a little bit. Turned out, matter of fact, it's one of the coolest games I've ever seen. It was a back and forth air game all day.
Nice.
Yeah, the greatest show on turf. Ha.
Well, back even 20 years ago, turf was more like concrete.
To some extent, it is still.
Yeah.
They still play on AstroTurf out there?
What's up?
And I just want to say something. Chad, Zach, Beast, thank you for bringing this brotherhood together. You guys are such more appreciated than you think.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yep.
definitely.
I agree.
Hey,
Give kudos to where kudos is due.
definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, who else could I pick on when we're not live? Actually, the people that are most appreciative of Chad and Zach and Beast are my daughters, because I don't spend as much time picking on them now because I'm always doing it on you guys. So they're very thankful as well. I don't blame them. I'm kind of a bully.
So you got anything else, Zach? Oh, yeah. Of course. Like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
You got to do it backwards, Duke. Remember that.
Why do I always start with share?
I don't know.
I'll figure it out one day.
We better get out of here, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Hey?
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 I'll conjure up some news tomorrow.
You conjure up some news. I'm
Piss
going to try
off,
to get
dude.
I'm going to try to get a hold of Bubbles and see if we can get him on the pod for about 5 minutes, okay?
His real name's Mike Smith.
Yeah, Mike Smith, but he better have the glasses on because he's just a dork without it.
Jalapeno.
Oh, man, Ricky. Zach, shut it down. Thanks, dude. Thanks, guys.
All right,
we'll
Broncos country.
talk
We
to you
love ya.
next time. Cheers.